Good morning, guys. Welcome to a new video. So we got our day started with a local Mexican restaurant order. It said it was for two pickups, two customers, but it was the same restaurant, both orders, and it was going to the same customer. I guess she just wanted to order more or something after she sent the first order. I don't know. One order was like a burrito and the other order was a burrito and a drink. So anyway, got that dropped off finally. It did take a while in the restaurant. I believe Doordash paid me like $12 or something for my wait time. So like I said, got that one dropped off, and the app is still acting up for me. I don't know if it is for you guys, but I couldn't freaking upload the picture. So I just had to say that I handed it to her, and I sent her a message with the photo of it at her door and said, sorry, I'm sitting outside your house for so long, I couldn't get the app to work. And I told her to have a great day. She didn't reply. So I feel bad because like a lot of people wait for you to drive off so they can grab their food because they don't want to be seen, or whatever the reason may be. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out the damn app. By the way, it's windy, so my hair's a little wild, but anyway, I'm sitting there trying to figure out the app, and I don't want to like drive off because then it'll say you're not at the right location, and well, I actually snagged up a Sam's Southern Cajun restaurant order before I went and took my lunch. It was ready when I got there. Pretty easy drop off, so I got that one done, and then went and did my own lunch, had my own lunch, and then I came back out, got a Taco Bell order. I think it was only $4 and some change, but it was pretty much ready when I got there. She was putting it up there, taping it and putting it up on the shelf for me when I was going in. So anyway, got that one done as well, and now I have a pizzeria pickup. So I'm gonna go in and see if it's ready. All right, there he goes with his pizza. This business is huge. There's like so many buildings over here. There's like 3 office buildings, and then I don't even know, probably, and he told me the wrong building, by the way, and he works here. Anyway, there's probably like 6 to 8 like warehouses, so I never know where to go, and they never give a good description of where they're gonna be. I called him, well, I texted him when I got here, and he didn't respond, so I called, and he finally answered, and I was like, hey, I'm here with your pizza, and I was like, I'm parked in front of this building, and he's like, yeah, it's not that building, it's building C. So I'm like, okay, which one is that? And then he's like, I'll come meet you. So I'm like, okay. So then I look behind me, and he's coming from behind me from building A. So anyway, he didn't even know where he was at, but I got it delivered. All right, so I went home and I edited a video. I had time to do all that. I did pause Doordash for a little bit when I got like deep into editing, because I was like, let me get this finished, because I really, like I said, needed to get a video up for you guys. But anyway, I got that edited and posted, and then I came back out for a minute, and I did just get a Subway order dropped off. I think it paid $5 and some change, and it was ready when I got there, and it wasn't going very far. It was handed to me. Nice young woman in a hair salon. It is 1:25, and I have taken one order today. I did get started a little later than I would have liked to, but I took a $5 McDonald's order that was just going right down the street. I think it was less than a mile. Well, guys, I was out for a little while earlier. As you saw, I did manage to get a $4 Starbucks order. And then I sat around for a while not getting anything, so I went back home, hung out there for a while, and came back out. Decided to drive all the way to Walmart, which that usually doesn't work for me. I usually don't get orders in the Walmart parking lot. It's usually when I am waiting like a couple blocks away in the mall parking lot that I get offers. But I already tried that this afternoon, and that didn't work either. So I decided to come straight to Walmart. I did get a curbside offer, but it was not that great. And then I got a pharmacy pickup, which I tried to avoid. So, I mean, I am getting a couple offers here and there, I guess. Just nothing good. Well, I did get a Little Caesars order yesterday. I think it was going to a hotel, and it pissed me off because I was literally waiting in the mall parking lot for like 20 plus minutes before I was like, you know what? Because I was like, after I finish waiting this amount of time, I'm going home, because it was like 4 something, and it was just slow. So after waiting that long right next to Little Caesars, I drive all the way home. I'm like, I'm gonna leave Doordash on until I get until I'm pulling up into my parking spot, basically. So I shouldn't be mad, I guess. But I freaking pull around the corner. I'm literally like half a block away from parking at my house. And they send me a Little Caesars order. I'm like, you a-holes. I was just waiting over there forever. Today, so far, it is 11:20, and I just got my first order done. It was a pizzeria pickup, and it was going to a school. Actually, the school wasn't bad, though. There was plenty of parking, and the front door was obvious where I should go, and she left in the notes to leave it at the front desk, so at least I had some sort of note to go off of, and so it wasn't bad, even though it was only, I think, like $1.50 tip. You know what? I will take it. Well, I just got a stack order. Y'all know I don't really love to take stacked orders, but this one was pretty decent. I believe I had like $7 worth of tips between the two customers. We were going to Taco Bell and a place called Go-Go's, which are pretty much right across the street from each other, like half a block down. By the way, if you hear the squeaking, it is my middle console. I don't know why it does that, but I apologize. Anyway, I get the Taco Bell picked up. It was a really weird order. I didn't even hit confirm pickup. I just said that I was at the store, and then I go in, I grab the order. I get back to my car, and I don't even put it in the bag yet because I'm like, oh, it's going to make me take a picture. Most orders nowadays make you take a picture to confirm pickup. And then it just said to go pick up the next order, and I was like, what the hell? I didn't even say I picked it up. So that was really weird. But anyway, then I went to Go-Go's. It was ready when I got there. First one was going to a place of business, so I didn't film or record or take a picture of the drop-off. And then the second order was supposed to be a hand it to me pin required. But I knocked on the door 3 times, and she did not come to the door. I texted saying I was there. So I went through the app settings where you go and say you can't reach the customer, and it let me just describe where I left it, take a picture, and leave it at the door. I took my little lunch break, and then I came back out and I got another Go-Go's order, and I got it delivered. But funny to mention Go-Go's again because it's so weird. So the order that I dropped off that was a stack, the second part of the order was from the same restaurant, Go-Go's, and like I told you guys, she didn't come to the door. She didn't answer the text or anything, so I just took a picture and left it at her door. It's supposed to be hand it to me pin required. She messaged, I think it was like 17 minutes or 12 minutes or something after I dropped off, and said this food is trash or is terrible or something like that. And I don't reply back because that has nothing to do with me. I didn't prepare the food. You know, I have no relation to the restaurants. I literally just pick up your food and deliver it. That's it, you know, so. But I was like, you know what, I'm going to be nice, and I'm just going to tell her, because I don't know if it's from dashing during the day and it's just different customers that are unappreciative, or if it's because I've been doing a bunch of earn by time, and sometimes those customers that we get don't tip and are unappreciative, you know. I don't know what it is, but my ratings have gone down. My customer rating has gone down quite a bit since I started dashing during the day, and I don't know why, because if it says don't knock, I don't knock. If it says ring the doorbell, I ring the doorbell. If it doesn't say anything, I kind of make a decision while I'm there, you know, and decide what to do. But I usually text the customer and say thanks, have a good day. Not always, I do forget. Or like, you know, I always have their food in a hot bag whether they tip or not. You know, I do my job how I'm supposed to do it. So I think it's just petty people. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't want to get another bad review, so I was like, you know what, let me at least say something to her so that maybe she won't give me a bad review. Even though, again, it's not anything I can control, but that's how people are. They will give you a review, even if it's nothing that you did. So I text her back, and I'm like, you know, I'm sorry about that. I'm just the delivery driver. I can't control what the food tastes like or whatever. And she didn't ever say anything back. Hopefully she didn't give me a bad review. But anyway, I am just parked in a random parking lot waiting for orders, so we'll see what we get. I don't even remember what the last thing I filmed was, guys, but I think I got 4 or 5, maybe 6 Doordashes today. And then I went home and was working on my video, was editing, and I ended up getting a couple Spark orders, which was really nice. Is this guy parking next to me? No, he's not. Okay. I got a Spark order, I think it's like $27 for around 20 items, something like that, 22 items maybe. And it was pretty easy. It was all grocery stuff, except for a couple things. She did get a couple makeup things. But that was easy drop off. The guy came out after I knocked and said thank you, very nice. And anyway, then I got a $34 shop for a 6-foot folding table and 6 chairs. And I went and did that, put it in the back of my Camry, and it fit. Well, I was trying to talk to you guys about those Spark orders that I got yesterday, and Justin's car is so loud. I'm so thankful that I have this car, because whenever I'm trying to vlog, it's not very loud. But yeah, someone from a local business ordered one of those like plastic folding tables. It was a 6-foot one, but obviously folded up, it was only 3 foot. So I was able to just slap it in the back of the car, and then even the 6 chairs fit back there. They were really thin chairs. But anyway, I got it dropped off. I wasn't able to get a photo because it was going to a place of business. They came out, met me basically at the door, and carried the stuff inside from there. So they were really, really nice, and it was honestly pretty easy. It was well worth the $30, I think. Anyway, with all that being said, I think I'm going to end the video because I've been filming for, I think, 3 days, so that's probably going to be a long video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one.